Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some would say the world. As always, I have Brandon, Dan, and James with me. We're here to talk about all things sport, so sit back and enjoy. Well, gentlemen, how have you been, Dan?
Yeah, good, mate. Been good. Fucking just having a good weekend, watching some footy, having some drinks and some bets. Yeah,
Hey, that's the
living
one.
life.
Beautiful, mate. How about you, Brandon?
Mate, been bloody fantastic, I must say. The lads, we played a bit of golf on the weekend. We did. A couple of us, me and James, the Leach brothers, almost getting hole in ones. That's like, honestly, I'll put up the photo now on the screen, but it was like within a beat thick of a hole in one, my one. And James,
I ringed it. And went past by about 40 centimetres.
Fuck.
Poor bastard, right? Well, James, on that, mate, other than you just missing out on your first ever hole in one and probably one and only have, how you doing other than that, mate? You good?
Have crippling depression for a couple of reasons. We'll get into that later. But other than that, mate, the sun's shining, the birds chirping. It's feeling like spring, and we've got a month of winter to go. So it's everything could be. It could be a little bit worse.
That's it, mate. That's the way. Well, look, I suppose we'll get straight into it then. We'll head to accountability. Now, geez, I've got a bit of a fat head this week because Lucas's top tip, Tarazal, in the 9th at Ramick on Saturday, paying the juicy odds of $5. I couldn't pick a fucking $2 pop to save my life. I go to Tarazal, who's looking for back-to-back wins, and he absolutely storms home down the outside and just nicks King Castle in the last couple of streams. So $5 odds, guys. I'm absolutely chuffed. I hope you guys followed me for this one. I know after the last few weeks, you probably wouldn't want to get what I'm saying, but look, that was the day to follow me, and hopefully we will continue the winning ways. But it wasn't just me that got the W, because I'm going to hand it over to Brandon now, and he'll explain.
Yeah, mate. How good. A couple of winners here. Look, obviously, it's good that we have a couple good punters on the podcast.
Wait.
Mojo Magic won my. This horse looks good, Lucas. The race. It just looked too good for it for the race, and I think it's definitely one for the future. 100%.
Mate, the Kosciuszko, same day as the Everest, which is another day that's important to some of us, but that run by Mogo Magic, if you listen to all the tipsters during the week, in that race they were all bigging up this thing called Tin, who, if you'd never seen a race before, if you've never listened to any racing podcasts or media before, you'd swear blind this thing fucking win. It had all the chances in the world, could not make up any ground on Mojo Magic, who, as you said, won, still doing so many things wrong. So there's so much potential for Mojo Magic to continue on and be the Kosciuszko winner. But we'll head over to Dan now, because his donation.
Well, this week it wasn't too bad, but didn't win. But I got 3 legs out of 6. Well, actually 3 legs out of 5 because fucking that Sharks wanker got injured. But
So you're lost.
no shit. What else would you expect from me?
Making sure.
This week I'm hopefully not going to win again.
Yeah, and then we'll head over to Jim's Jam.
Another loss. The jam is going moldy. Don't know what I'm gonna have to do to fix it. I need to buy a brand new jar because this shit.
Might have to rename it. What do you?
Yeah, maybe that's it. A rebrand.
Jelly.
I'll do a Twitter and I'll be named X.
Elon.
How stupid is that?
Mate, I woke up. It might have been yesterday. I woke up this morning and checked my Twitter. I'm pretty big on Twitter, and I'm looking for the app, and I'm like, "What the f is going on here?" And see this big thing, this big X on it. I thought I downloaded a fucking porn app for a second, dude. I couldn't believe it.
Or Phil Good did the exact same thing, but he was tweeting on that, Xing on the app now. But he's like, "What is this? What am I?" The poor old man's going senile, but didn't know what he's on.
Yeah, that's it. And then we'll look out our anytime try score multi one comes up. I just want to say, whose anytime try score is fucked up?
Oh no, mine hit. Mine was pretty easy actually. It was just AJ.
Oh, yours was AJ. I think
Yeah.
mine was Olakawatu, which hit as well.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
Brandon's was
Yeah,
injured,
Brandon was injured.
Oh.
and I was Ravalawa, who didn't score.
So yeah, I mean Ronaldo would have scored obviously, but
Yeah, we'll get onto that.
And Dragons were robbed, so...
Yeah, look, we'll head into the well, guys, we'll head into horse racing. So there's not a whole lot to chat about this week. Obviously, today is August the 1st, which for Southern Hemisphere bred horses, it is all their birthdays. So a big old happy birthday to Nature Strip, Amelia's Jewel, Giga Kick, I Wish I Win.
Winks.
Yeah, Winks. Look, that old lady. She's currently in a paddock in Oakdale, I think. So look, other than the horse's birthday, wishing everyone a happy birthday. The 2-year-old's turning 3, coming back to the races shortly in the spring. First Group 1's in about a fortnight's time in the Winks Stakes, and we'll just have a look at the start of the podcast, and the field look absolutely easy for that. So sit tight, guys, over the next 14 days. Next week's podcast, the week after, we'll be coming at you hot and heavy with some tips and some more info on the horses. But that's all I've really got for horse racing this week, unless you guys want to add anything.
as we always say, just keep punting.
Yeah, just keep punting.
I just want to say one of my bets I had on the weekend, pretty good fucking juicy win.
Yeah.
Fucking what was it called? Fucking Dragon.
Oh yeah, he won about $170.
Oh, was this the one where I blew up at you for?
Yeah, bro. I said something in the pub, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it won't win." And then next thing you know, it fucking storms home. Fucking Dragon Face. It was paying $34.
What was the name of the jockey? You have his name.
Justin Potter.
I'm pretty sure that was Morfettville.
Yeah, Morphinville Race 5.
So if you have a look at the races prior to that as well, go through every race. He had 3 winners on the day, paying more than $30.
Race 3 was 21.
Wow.
Yep, 21. So that might have been the shortest. He had
Race
that
2
one.
was 31.
Yep, and then your one, which
Yeah.
Mate,
whatever it
in-
was, 30.
Was it Justin? Justin's in form, mate.
Justin Potter.
Yeah. He was
He's a
absolutely on.
wizard. That,
Yeah,
that
I
Potter.
was literally about to say that. He's a wizard.
Yes, absolutely on fire on the weekend. But yeah, look, that's it for horse racing. So we'll head over to the Ashes. Now, there was a bit of controversy again, James. Can you enlighten us, mate?
Yeah, so you know what they say about cricket. No one's happy when it comes to cricket. As the great cricketer says on their podcast, it's the hope that kills you. Coming into this game, so much hope. Through the game, so much hope. But now, it killed me. So this test, in a way, it represented this series pretty well with the drama, the highs, the lows. Both teams always thought they could win it, right down to the last day. First day, started watching. I was actually a little bit late to start watching, and the first ball I watched was Dave Warner drop a catch, and I went, fuck, here we go. Game over.
Yeah.
Write it off. We dropped another 2 catches. I'm going, fuck this. Just turn it off, put me out of my misery. We ended up bowling really well that day, getting him out for less than 300, going, woohoo, this is about to be the easiest stomp ever. 3-1, let's go. But as this series has gone, we get rolled. I think we are leading by about 10. Then they come in, score fucking 400, setting. We would have had to get the 8th best 4th innings chase in history. And day 3, I'm going, fuck, impossible. What happens day 4? Of course, get the hopes right back up again.
Yep.
Usman and Dave Warner finally scoring some runs for it feels like the first time ever.
I did say in last week's podcast to give him the chance and he would shine. He did.
Yeah, so he then goes, so what, we're 125 or something like that. We only need like fucking 350 or whatever. I can't remember, but it was doable. All of a sudden, we needed 250 or whatever. It was doable. The impossible was doable, but it was. Did you guys see the ball get changed?
I was going to say, it wasn't without scandal, was it, guys? Because
cheating pommy dogs.
A couple of cheating pommies. That
Fuck
new
the
that
Poms.
new ball didn't look very.
To be fair, it wasn't the cheating pommy, it was the blind umpires because they chose which ball to swap from because supposedly it was a bit dented, the old ball they were using when they hit Kawaja on the scone. But yeah, that ball looked like it was 12 overs old compared to one that was 30 overs old. And it moved in fucking roundabouts. Like, all of a sudden, it was the hardest thing in the world to hit. Broad, after announcing his retirement, could get the ball to move at right angles. Looks like he should play another 12 years after that performance.
Fuck Stuart Broad.
But then again, after we lose 3 wickets, hope starts to build again. All of a sudden, Smith and Head are scoring runs. Looks like we're going to do this pretty swimmingly. Then we go to lunch, come back, there's rain, sit out for another, I think, hour or two, and then come back out, and it was like batting all over again. We all end up all out, dropping short by about 50 runs. And I'm glad. I went to sleep after the lunch break when it was raining, hoping for a draw because it would have been fucking hilarious. But yeah, so we dropped short. Brings a lot of disappointment. We retain the Ashes though,
We
so
retained the
that's always a
Ashes,
plus.
That's the main part. That's the main.
Would have been better if we won them, but
Wasn't there also? I seen something on social media. They won a shitty trophy. Like, here's a trophy for winning this game.
Yeah,
but didn't mean anything to the whole fucking.
Yeah, they created a trophy out of nowhere just to make sure the Poms had something to cheer about.
Yeah.
Fucking loser mentality right there from the
So
dogs.
there was a funny bit of drama after the game. They didn't meet up for the post-series drink. That's obviously a well-known tradition where, like, any teams around the world after a series would get together. Whether, like, not every team might drink for religious reasons, but you'll get together, you'll have a chat. It's all over at the end of the day. It's all a bit of fun. But England were had the doors locked. So some journalists and stuff found this out, were posting it around, and everyone's getting an uproar. Then Stokesy actually comes out and says, no, because we had the retirement and stuff, we actually decided to meet up for drinks at a nightclub later. So, Lucas, you know your way around a nightclub. I wanted to hear your opinion on this situation.
Look, in my opinion, I would say that the Poms didn't want to be out drunk by the Aussies. And the reason they went to that nightclub is because they were all going to go into the bathroom stalls and talk about the house they just purchased.
yes.
Akin to one Kalen Ponga. But I think it's pretty poor from the Poms, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just always nice to get together. Like, we do it in football and stuff, even just local and stuff. You have a game, you meet each other at the pub or something, have a drink, get over what's happened through the series. But Brendan,
Yeah, mate.
I'm not going to ask Dan because I'm pretty sure I've heard his opinion on this, and he can be a bit biased on him. Does Warner get picked this summer, or do we go to a new batsman and give him a couple of easy series against, I think it's the Windies and Pakistan or Sri Lanka? I can't remember exactly. What's your opinion, Brendan?
He is retiring, yes. It's 100% confirmed.
He's
After
retiring
Sydney.
Sydney. That's his plan, but we don't have to give him that.
Well, look, I think Davey's a really good player. He shows it again with a 60. He can still bat really good, but I do think maybe we kind of phase him out. Maybe he gets a couple tests here, a couple like games here, because like you got to start bleeding in the new talent, the new roster.
So you're
Yeah.
saying maybe give him the first series and then drop him for the next one?
Yeah, but not drop him, but more of a send off. Be like,
Yeah.
mate, well, for everything you've done, go out there, have a bit of fun. Take care, mate.
Well, that's the issue because the Sydney Test on like New Year's, that's one of the last. It is the last test, isn't it, Dan?
Last test of the year.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it should be.
The last test of the summer, even. So like that, and that's his home ground. So
I've got a quicker question, just quickly.
Yep.
Where's Will Pukowski? Don't tell me concussions just absolutely just.
No, so he is back. He was playing, I think, second of division county cricket in England, scoring some runs and stuff, but the quality is not up to standard. I think he's just trying to get some reps in, try to enjoy himself as himself as well. Live in England for a bit, why not?
Yeah, okay. Fair.
So, Dan, I'm going to hit you with a loaded question.
Oh God.
So, a loss in India
Yep.
with a bit of drama around selections, and our preparation was also questioned. We do win the World Test Championship, but I think whether it be Australia, England, or New Zealand playing on a green top like that at the Oval, anyone would have beat India.
Mhm.
Then we get up 2-0 in the Ashes, don't seem to adapt, and end up with a pretty sour tasting draw. Do you reckon Paddy C and Andrew McDonald need to address some stuff, work on some stuff, and maybe add some people in with some different opinions? Because unfortunately, I think it's maybe just a pass mark, but it's underperforming for a team that's got 4 of the top 10 batsmen, 4 of the top 10 bowlers in the world.
Yeah, for a team that has probably arguably the best bowling attack in the world, I think we do need some more opinions in the team and bring in some more smarter people, and maybe Paddy not bowl himself as much.
I'm not alone on this, but it would be interesting maybe using Smith as a fielding captain.
Yeah.
I think what Paddy's done for us off the field and even like on the field with the camaraderie, the dickhead nature's gone from the team.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, yeah, the results just a little bit lackluster. But I'm also Australian and want my team to win every single game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeehaw.
So, the Australian summer this year, we verse Pakistan. The third and last test is the New Year's test, and then we verse the Windies and the first test is the 10th, and then there's only the one, and the second one starts on Australia Day. So we actually have Australia Day cricket for the first time in a while.
Okay, so in that case, it is feasible then to give him a bit of a send off then.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him a last hurrah. But give it.
So yeah, overall, we retained it. Anyone else got anything else
Earn
to add?
retained. Fuck the Poms.
Fuck the Poms.
Yeah, look, other than Stuart Broad can go fuck off into the sunset. No, not a whole lot. Jimmy Anderson, when's that bloke going to retire? He's greater than my fucking nan.
Did you guys see when they tried to usher Jimmy down the guard of honor as well?
No, did they?
Yeah, so Stuart Broad got a guard of honor, and then I think it was Labuschagne. Come on, because they were going out to bat together on day 3.
Yeah, right.
Day 3 or 4. I can't. Oh.
Well, I suppose after the Ashes talk, mate, I suppose there's no better time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you reckon? Do we kick Dan out of this one, mate? Because he'll probably get them all right and just throw it at me and Brandon, or is he invited?
He's invited, so
It'll be cookout, eh?
Do we play point system or just?
Yeah, its name is a buzzer. There's only 3 questions, so if somebody nails 2, they will win. But we'll go through the 3. They're all related to this Ashes series.
Piece of piss.
So that way, you guys that aren't as big cricket fans, you've heard me talk about it week after week, and I'm sure you've listened and retained this knowledge.
Yeah.
In one ear, out the other.
All right. So the first question: who was the top run scorer
Dan.
for this series?
Oh, you should have stopped as soon as he says Dan. Let him answer.
Yeah, sorry.
Now he's got the full question.
I reckon it
He
was
doesn't even fucking know, he reckons.
fucking what's that? The guy from fuck.
He
Lucas.
can't even think of it.
Nah, it'd be fucking what's it? Travis Head.
Wrong.
Lucas.
Yep.
Crowley.
Nah.
Fuck.
Brandon, to steal it.
Brandon. I'm hoping it's Australian. I honestly not too sure, but I'm gonna go with
Hurry the fuck up.
Biff. I don't know.
Wrong. Usman
Lucas.
Khawaja.
Oh.
Yeah, he
I was gonna-
scored runs in most innings. What do you, was it a century in the first?
I was going to say Alistair Cook.
No, he's just worried about Carrie's haircuts. All right. So, next question. I hope Lucas didn't read that, but my leg's sort of blocking it.
No, don't stress.
Top wicket taker.
Lucas.
Lucas first.
Todd Murphy.
Dan.
Dan, all right.
Stuart Broad.
No, Brandon for the steal.
Gone Paddy C.
No, it's Mitchell Stark.
Oh.
With
The Stizzle. The
only
Stizzle.
playing 4 test matches, pipped people like Pat Cummins and Stuart Broad.
Was I close? Was I close? Was Paddy C second?
Nah, Stuart Broad was
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Where's my
that's
boy?
what I
Where
thought.
was Todd?
Todd took 6 this test, so that was all right.
Look, guys,
He's put his hand up as the next best.
Well, that's it. If Todd had a bloody dig in all 5 tests and got to go,
He
you know?
didn't play all 5 tests.
That's what I mean. If you got to go, if you got to go at all
Poor
5,
Todd getting
But how
blasted.
can you replace the GOAT?
press some hand. I'm joking. Love you, Gary. Anyway,
All right, so now
Can we have the last question be 100 points? Okay, so-
yeah,
I think anyone
last
can
question.
win.
I think if it's worth 3 points, anyone can win. All right, so last question. One of my favorite stories and things to keep up on this test was the idea of a bunny and Stuart Broad getting out David Warner. Now, the whole idea of this was he going to beat the record for the most times one bowler has got out a batsman? You know, a bunny. So the question is, did he? And if not, who did?
Yeah,
Like, who has it, I should say.
Brandon, true.
False.
Okay, so you guys at least know the answer. You got to just.
Yeah,
figure out
I knew
who-
that.
who-
I knew
who
that
actually
Stuart
has
Broad
done it.
didn't get him out. Dan, was it? Was it Anderson?
false.
No. Oh no, it's anyway, it's still wrong. All right, Lucas. The question is, who has the record for getting a
Oh.
batsman out the most amount of times?
Anywhere, anytime ever.
Anywhere, anytime, ever.
Probably Shane Warne.
No, it's Stuart.
Oh, don't say Stuart McGill.
Nah, it's Glenn McGrath.
Glenn. DMAC.
Got Atherton
Oh.
out.
Damn.
2 more times, I think. Then Broad got
Warner.
Warner.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
right.
this trivia has really showed how much we know about cricket. And
Why do you know about this year's Ashes?
I have a severe lack of knowledge when it comes to cricket and most other things.
I actually like this a lot.
Yeah, well, I did it last second, so they weren't I didn't have the stats and stuff behind it, but yeah, I thought it was a bit of fun.
No, well, you're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. It was good. It was good to, as Brandon said, highlight our lack of knowledge on anything. So, speaking of lack of knowledge on anything, how about the Matildas?
Oh, fucking Matilda.
We beat the fucking Yankee Doodle Canadians. Well, I say Yankee Doodle.
No.
We beat those posers 4-0
syrups.
to get out of the group stage last night. I think the Canadians should stick to, as Dan said, making maple syrup and skating around on some ice, hitting a puck into a net. But guys, the Matildas are doing all this without Sam Kerr. I haven't kept up with the injury. You know when Sam Kerr's back?
Yeah, so she was meant to be back for this game, but she's got one of those mythical calf injuries that kept Latrell Mitchell out for like 6 months. It felt like it's retired Buddy Franklin, but so she was named on the bench this game, and then she didn't warm up and just sat there the whole time. And then when we got up, she was never playing.
No, hell no. Which is fair. But yeah, Dan, did you happen to catch anything last night, mate?
No, I didn't actually. no.
wow.
I did not even know the Matildas were playing last night.
You know what sport the Matildas play, mate?
Rugby league. No, I know it's
Rugby
soccer.
league.
I'm not stupid.
Yeah. Go on, Brandon. Have
I
a
was
say,
about to
mate.
say,
I'm waiting for
How
it.
many points do I get for guessing the sport?
Oh, no, do you want a bonus question? Winner takes all. It's not cricket related.
All right,
What
I mean,
other World Cup is going on right now?
Right now.
What, other than the soccer one?
Yeah.
Oh. Right.
I know the rugby starts in a few.
Not that.
Dan,
Fuck, it's gonna be-
Dan, swimming world championship.
Nah, I'll give you a hint. It is a woman's sport.
Lucas, ironing.
Oh jeez. I'm gonna say I'm going netball.
Hey, Brennan! Yay! No, yeah, everyone's least favorite sport, netball.
Oh,
It's
fuck, I'm so
getting
sorry.
getting played in South Africa.
Wow.
That's commentators
Wow.
cancelled moments. That.
Tell you what, the fan that's there watching that right now would be absolutely loving
the
life.
single fan season ticket holder.
Yeah, it popped up on my Facebook one day. I went, huh, hadn't seen any ads about that.
Anyway. Well, speaking about world championships and whatnot, the Aussies in the swimming world championships and the aquatic world championships in Japan, we take home 13 golds, 7 silver and 5 bronze for a total of 25. Now, for a country that's relatively small, population wise, we have always had some absolutely world class swimmers. And it goes on show here. Oh, another 13.
I was a pretty good swimmer back in my day.
Came first, this guy.
Did you actually?
Yeah, about 26 years ago.
Yeah, when he's born. I also won my race, guys.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, well, I wanted to give a quick shout out to I'm so sorry, I forgot her name. I think it's Molly O'Callaghan, who happened to beat Ariane Titmus in the 200 meters freestyle to win the gold medal. She's only a young girl. She was just turned 19 earlier this year, and as I said, she managed to beat Ariane Titmus and Katie Ledecky, which if it's hard to say, but if you've been living under a rock when it comes to the Olympics, Katie Ledecky is basically the Michael Phelps of female swimming.
Yeah.
So she holds every gold medal, every world record you could imagine when it comes to it, and she was passed by Titmus a few years ago.
Yeah, and I was going to say Ariane Titmus has been like one of our best for the last few years.
Yeah, bloody oath. And now this Molly O'Callaghan is just shot up out of the blue seemingly. So we just seem to produce these swimmers just over and over again. And
what do you think it's down to? Is it like just because we're surrounded by ocean?
No, Brennan, we're not surrounded by ocean. We are girt by sea.
And I suppose I go about this a lot being a swimming coach when I was younger, but like Australians, you just need to learn. Like realistically, the majority of the population lives on the coastline, right? And at some point, you're either going to be swimming in a pool or swimming in an ocean. A lot of people I know did swimming lessons from it's a great sport to get into when you're younger, being an individual, a relay or some sort. But
I was always pretty average at swimming, but I did win one race.
yeah,
I was the only person in that race.
Well, there you go.
It was a backstroke. Everyone else was doing like maybe butterfly or something else, and they're like, "Oh, the 13-year-old men's backstroke, who wants to sign up?" I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it. And then I realized I'm the only person there. I didn't go to any other like zone afterwards for it because my time was horrendous. But I got the first place.
I won one race at a swimming carnival once.
yeah.
You know the novelty races they do at the end of the swimming
Oh
carnival?
yeah,
With all the
you're
like,
jumping with the
floaties and all that.
fucking
Yeah.
pool noodle like a dickhead.
Is that because it was in the kiddie pool and you were tall enough to stand up?
I'm tall enough to stand up in any pool, thank you very much.
I got a funny story from when I was younger. So I was always not toot my own horn. I was a real good swimmer, and from about the age of so in year 3 was when in primary school you could do the swimming carnival. So how old's year 3? What, 9, 10?
Yeah,
Something like that?
8, 9, 10.
Well,
Yeah.
I was doing squad when I was about 8 years old, right? So I was always a pretty good swimmer. And I'll never forget one day at the carnival, there was this bloke. It was this bloke in my year, and the race was 50, right? And there was this bloke in my year called Kyle. Now, not other Kyle that would beat me at swimming when we got older. Another Kyle, and he was telling me before the race how right, and I was getting worried. I'm like, wow, what if he's actually a real? What if he's swimmer here? Anyway, it was me, him, and another bloke in the race, and the other bloke, right? So we've dove in. I'm shitting my pants right before the race, doing the old, I need to go to the toilet so bad, as you do before a race when you're younger. I dove in, Didn't bother looking around, just head down and swam as fast as I could down to the other end of the under the pool. Didn't know where he was. I've touched the other side, stood up and turned around. The bloke's not made it to fucking halfway yet
Oh,
before a
dude.
teacher's jumping in saving him. So yeah, that was one of my blue ribbons. One of my blue
one of his
ribbons.
many.
Yeah, one of many. No word of a lie.
I'd like
But
to see how you go swimming now with your fuck shoulder.
look, mate, not as good as I was. But let's move on from the swimming side of things, and we'll talk about the UFC. Okay, so what number was it? 291?
290.
I think it was
2 or
291. Because 293 is Sydney.
292.
I'm going 291.
Yeah, I was pretty sure 291.
Yeah.
Hold on, everyone.
I only searched it up only not too long ago, but
Yep, we just got to make sure now. Okay, so UFC 291 was on Sunday, guys. A couple of big talking points from this, but in my opinion, I think none other than the rapid decline of Tony Ferguson. This bloke who, only 5 or 6 years ago was talked about being one of the greatest lightweights of all time. People, not me, because I always thought Khabib would crush him, but people talking about him as the to possibly beat Khabib, was manhandled and destroyed by Bobby Green and lost by submission. I could go on for ages about how Ferguson used to have the most dangerous guard, in the lightweight division, arguably the UFC, always threatening submission elbows. But Bobby Green, who's not even a wrestler, more of a striker, was passing his guard and submitted like it was. I can't believe the steep decline he's on.
old age getting to him at the moment. And he hasn't been the same since, was it the Gaethje fight?
Huh?
Justin Gaethje?
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 No,
Gaethje.
Gaeth.
Yeah, Justin Gaethje beat the piss out of him.
No,
mate.
he hasn't come back anywhere near the same. But he's on a rapid decline, and it's sad to see. I guess.
Well, the saddest part is that 24 hours before the fight, he was in an interview saying he's only just reached
Let's see
prime.
that.
He's been finished in his last 6 fights. I
Maybe you
think.
should try swimming, I guess.
Maybe he should try swimming. He doesn't want to fucking come to Sydney though. He'll run into me and I'll show him how to fucking swim.
Man.
Yeah. Did you catch that fight or?
No. So if you remember correctly, I was sitting on the opposite side of the phone.
Oh, that's right.
So
No, fuck you. You were sitting next to me.
No. Remember, I was sitting next to you, but the phone was sitting like there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
While they both legally purchased the fight.
No, I'll only purchase a UFC fight if Dana pays Wonderboy. Not Wonderboy's fault, mate. Dana, I know you're on holiday, but I know you watch. Dan's over there just scrolling on Facebook at the moment.
I'm on a betting app.
On a betting app. Goodness me, it's Double, by the way. Double.
Yes, I'm totally looking at my dumb decision for later.
Now, guys, Derek Lewis. He's
Black
got back in the wing
Beast.
column, the Black Beast, with a win over Marcos Rogerio de Lima. That flying knee, I didn't think. Watching the replays, he definitely grazes the. He gets the stoppage, just absolutely wailing on him. 33 seconds.
So yeah, new fighter unlocked. Derek Lewis with abs.
Six-pack Derek Lewis is a new mythical creature, just like sea level Kane.
And breathing.
Yeah.
Breathing Duplessis.
Yeah, it's it. Breathing Duplessis. Yeah. Brandon, did you happen to catch the Black Beast there, mate?
It was, as you guys say, that knee was crazy. Scary to see what could change. A little bit of hard work, and he might be able to, progress a bit higher in the heavyweight division. I don't know if he's ever going to get close to my man Johnny Bones, but it was good to see. Good to see the Black Beast winning again. And
I just want to say, it was only a 33-second fight, but mate, when Rogan interviewed Derek Lewis after the fight, he was so out of breath. It was like he went 5 rounds. It's like he'd gone 5 rounds. I fear for him if it went any longer than that. Because he'd have been so gassed.
Post-match interview was fucking longer than his fight.
It was. And then right at the end of his interview, I'm pretty sure he said something about getting up in his wife's guts. seriously, he said.
Oh, man, that's
So
good stuff.
you know, as always, Derek Lewis just absolutely bringing the goods, the funny man. But co-main event, guys, the Polish power Jan Blachowicz fought against Powhatan Alex Pereira. Pereira wins by split decision. Look, I've seen some say controversial. I've seen otherwise, but all I know is that Blachowicz tried to get him to the ground. It worked in the first round, but the next two were seemingly pretty straightforward for Pereira, where he kept the distance and was just out striking him. Pereira now holds victories over Adesanya 3 times, and then the guy who beat Adesanya. So, I mean, what more can you say about how impressive Pereira is as a
I heard he's actually going after a guy that beat Adesanya in a game of Yu-Gi-Oh when they were kids.
Don't you mean like 2 weeks ago? Because I think Adesanya still plays. But yeah, look, in a 12-month span, we could be seeing Alex Pereira beat Izzy, lose to him as well, beat Jan. Now Jiri Prochaska wants to fight Pereira for the interim belt, and Jiri's insane. He's probably going to want to stand.
Not very well.
Yeah, well, imagine if Pereira then beats Jiri, and then Adesanya goes up to 205 and fights there. Oh, mate, it's just the opportunities are endless for Pereira, and he could genuinely cement himself as like one of the best, combat sport athletes of all time. Jiri.
And just the amount of fights, as you just alluded to there, like he's just keeping going. He's not really having a break, just going one into the next, just always in camp, pretty much.
And doesn't he have a rematch like top clause thing against Adesanya as well?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Because wasn't he the champ and then Adesanya beat him?
Well, it was Izzy was champ, Alex beat him, and then Izzy beat Alex.
And they usually won't then let him have a rematch straight away, because otherwise it just halts the division.
Yeah. Izzy's down 3-1 and thinks he's
yeah.
So
thinks he's a god.
And that could have been England.
Yeah, that's right. But did you guys see the photo of Pereira 24 hours after the weigh-in? He put on 22 pounds after his weigh-in. He's so massive, and he's just, when he's standing in the octagon, he's just stone-faced, like his eyes glazed over, just staring at him. Oh, he's such a terrifying fighter.
I'm worried for him though. When he hasn't had to go much distance, and I think if he does have to go those championship rounds against a better fighter, he might struggle.
Well, he went to the 5th against Izzy and finished him, but
I don't know. Like, even against Jan, he looked just gassed. Both of them looked gassed for the 3 rounds.
Now into the main event, guys. Justin Gaethje with a beautiful head kick KO over Dustin Poirier, and then Herb Dean hitting the elbow drop. Did you guys happen to see that one?
Yeah, I was poking my head around, and then I looked at the replays later. Jeez, what a kick!
Oh yeah, shin to the dome.
Highlight, they call him for a reason, boys.
Yeah,
I think I might have seen it on TikTok, but I'm not sure if it was that fight. But I did see something over the
Someone
weekend.
getting their head kicked in.
Did it look like a left kick that went straight to the head, taking the shit out?
Yeah. It would have been that, yeah. It was fucking glorious kick.
It was good of Herb Dean to jump in straight away as well to stop it.
Yeah, surprisingly. Right? But he claims the stupidest title in sport, the BMF title, handed to him by some bloke called Jorge Masvidal. I suppose that's really it. Poirier was a good thought about it after his loss. He was on the Ariel Helwani show taking the piss out of himself this morning, saying I got elbow dropped by Herb Dean. That's the most embarrassing part. So yeah. But look, we'll head over to the boxing now. The UFC was obviously on the weekend on Sunday, but so was the boxing. And Terence Crawford, who's now the number 1 pound-for-pound boxer in the world, fought Errol Spence Jr. In sort of, a number 1 pound-for-pound fight. And Crawford came out with Eminem. Now, I think the funniest part is he came out... What song was it, Lose Yourself? He came out to Lose Yourself. Eminem comes out, says the first line of "Lose Yourself," and then proceeds to walk to the ring with it just playing over the background and him not saying. He literally just walked besides Terence Crawford. I don't know what the fuck the point of that was, but
Obviously, just to look cool.
yeah,
Hey guys, look, I've got Eminem.
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
pretty cool thing to have, like walking out with.
oh, it is. But if I've got a rapper there, I want him fucking rapping.
Yeah.
I don't want him pressing play and standing next to me. But if you guys didn't see the highlights, Crawford put on a fucking masterstroke, winning by TKO in the ninth round. Yeah, mate. There are people even claiming him as I've seen online claiming him as the goat.
So
As
that
the
Errol
GOAT
Spence
boxer.
hadn't been dropped before, hey, and
Ever.
just, like 2 or 3 times in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a clinic.
Couple of stiff jabs, man. His jab was on
Spence's
point.
face looked busted up as well.
I love how the GOAT talks will always just have like short memory and stuff. Like I know Mayweather's a dickhead, but jeez, he's not long retired.
He's my goat. Mayweather's my goat. Yeah,
Mine's
he's
Jeff Horn.
Well, Terence Crawford beat the piss
I
out of
know.
Jeff Horn a few years back. So
Oh, bloody
yeah. Well, Dan, mate, we're gonna hand the segment over to you, mate. What have you got for us this week?
I'm doing 2 weeks of Guess the Athlete because my brain capacity couldn't handle doing who am I today.
All right, I'm all in.
Brennan.
Oh,
Oh, man.
I did you last week, Lucas.
do me again, mate. No, anyway, go on.
Let's go to
I'm
bed,
dodging
Brennan.
these games like the plague.
All right. Let me just get up the timer here.
Oh, man. Oh, the pressure's on, guys.
The pressure is on B. Randon. Alrighty, Brennan, are you ready?
Oh, no.
Brennan, you have 60 seconds. Guess the athlete starting from now.
NRL,
No,
basketball,
no,
soccer,
no,
cricket,
no,
UFC,
no,
swimming,
no.
tennis.
Yes,
Oh, tennis. Australia.
yes,
Whew. Okay. Current player.
no.
Oh fuck, this is
Does he go on?
yeah.
Yeah,
Is it my man Leighton Schutt?
yes.
He
Fuck,
done
I really didn't get it,
it!
eh? Honestly.
Come on!
I was at least giving Dan the credit of maybe picking a Pat Rafter or something that was a bit
Nah.
hard. I go to maybe Rafters.
Yeah, I'm a tennis genius, a tennis
Okay.
connoisseur.
I thought,
actually.
surely Brennan doesn't fucking watch tennis much, cunt.
It's Leighton fucking Hewitt, bro.
True, true.
That was the only one.
His
Like,
balls deep in Bet Cartwright.
I probably
fuck,
wouldn't have
I
even-
wish I was.
I wouldn't have guessed Pat Rafter, honestly. If we got past Leighton Hewitt, I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, no, love
Yeah,
it.
well,
love
two
it.
easy fucking guess the athletes in a row. I think.
Yeah, mate,
I think,
you should,
I
um,
might go back to who am I next week.
Yeah, yeah.
But you really need to up your game. Pick someone obscure. Pick like a fucking second division netball player in South Africa.
Oh, bloody
Anyway,
hell.
we've got fucking Jesus. We've got a lot of NRL
We
talk
have
to
a
get.
lot.
Fucking hell.
I don't know what's going to happen come off season, but Jesus.
The podcast is going to be half an hour long.
Yeah. Well, look, guys, the end of Try July, and I'm pretty sure they raised over $1 million.
Yeah, over 1 million. I think it was 400. No, I think the total's now over 1 million. I think it was 400,000 this.
Oh, this time around?
It's ran for 3 years, so this was the biggest year.
Yeah, for sure.
The women's actually were the ones that kicked them over in the end. Like you girls, the Tigers. I think the first game you just put on 4. That I don't know. I didn't get a chance to watch your second
They
game.
only
but-
scored 2 tries in the second game.
On top, though.
Good point.
You know, just a random stat. Sharks, the only NRL and NRLW team to get 0 points in
Oh,
both.
yeah, Sharks. I love those ones.
That is
So
unbelievable.
shit.
Clip it, clip it.
Fuck.
Look, on that, all of our teams here took the
Robbed.
Dragons.
Robbed.
Hey?
Robbed.
Robbed. There you
Robbed.
go. Dan reckons the Dragons were robbed. James.
Yeah, I can't believe I convinced you all that we were a chance of winning that.
Yeah, I can't believe you did that either. Thanks for that, by the way. The Tigers, well, we all knew that would happen. The Sharks, we all knew that would happen too.
Well, I didn't know that Will Kennedy was going to get injured within the first minute or so. Like,
There's no
tough.
way you
And then I
thought you
did
were
say,
gonna-
without a captain, it's going to be tough, guys. So it's a tough year for the Sharks. I know it's a valiant effort. But yeah.
Losing Dale Finucane is like losing Payne Haas.
Oh mate, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. But we really should just stop the NRL talk there. Our team sucks.
Look, how about the Broncos Roosters game? The refs tries.
Seen that?
What the fuck's he doing there?
Bro, that's fucked.
that was Smoothie's first ever try. And he got fucking tackled by the ref.
We put it on our Instagram and we asked a poll of should the Tigers sign him, and it was a majority yes. So I think the Tigers should look at. I think it was Grant Atkins. He's got a good try saver.
I mean, the ref would finally be on the Tigers' side for once.
He's a para fan though. Grant Atkins he's a Parramatta member, I'm pretty sure. So
Well, you could do us some favors. Fuck me.
seriously, Grant, do us a favour. But how about, speaking of our first tries, how about Paddy Carrigan?
Paddy fucking Carrigan.
How good was
The
that?
other Paddy C, not the Patrick Cummins. It's Paddy Carrigan. It's how good. Do you see the meme of? I'm going to tell my kids that these were the two greatest try scorers, Wal and Pat Carrigan
Of 2023.
Yeah.
Well, who's now the longest player without?
I'm not sure there was that many after Paddy C that had played so many games.
Because how many was Paddy? 78 or something?
Nah, he was close to 90s, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, was he? Wow. Okay.
Let me-
Yeah. Right.
Let me
He
fact
went
check
under
this.
the radar because of Twal.
Well, that's the thing. He might have been like the number that you said when Twal hadn't scored a try yet, but that's
Yeah.
been a few weeks now.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, how about Melbourne Storm, Harry Grant, Jerome Hughes hitting some fantastic form. I think Harry had a double this.
Couple try assist, double, and then I think Hughes had something like 4 try assists.
Yeah. Good God.
Like,
Yeah, getting into form at the right end of the season, aren't they?
Versus the
Yeah.
easy team. 8, I think. It was, yeah.
Oh, mate. Could have played the
Pot,
Sharks.
Does that make me the kettle?
I guess you guys didn't have 50 against you.
Yeah, still got a chance.
Yeah.
I swear.
Haven't you had 50 and put on yours already this year?
No, not once.
Yeah.
Have the Sharks?
By that team that they got pumped by Melbourne Storm and Harry Grant.
Oh, that's right. What was
Yeah.
the score?
It was like 54-10 maybe or something.
Yeah,
Oh.
some shit like that. That was
Yeah.
June long weekend.
Injected into my veins.
Yeah,
Paris avoided it twice. One was the Warriors game, and then just now.
ridiculous.
Yeah, well, how about the Storm as well, celebrating, rorting the cap in 2009?
2007 and 2009.
2007 and 2009. And then Billy Slater having the hide to come out and try to defend them. What's going on there?
Not only like some teams have a lot of teams have had like a little bit here, over here or there, but they had like a separate book. They had 2 books. They cheated like hands down, like, and had such a better team than every other comp. Every other. Yeah, well, we did a little minuscule one. Harrow did a bigger one than us, but they had 2 different books.
Harrow didn't do
James
pep cards.
was actually, unfortunately, one of the teams that got cheated out of a grand final win.
That's what I couldn't believe. The goal to do it and celebrate that 09 grand final against
In
Parramatta
front of you
in
blokes.
front of us.
Lucas.
And then smash us. They should have at least let us get the win today.
Maybe our team should cheat the salary cap. Because our teams are pretty shit, so...
Yeah, well, I think Pascoe still would know what the fuck he was doing, though.
Yeah, I could attest to that. Parramatta's board was shit at that stage, and we
Yeah.
got a wooden spoon.
Yeah, good point, you did.
I don't think cheating the cap will help your teams.
Yeah.
Shane Flanagan, please help our team.
Peptides might, though.
Shane Flanagan, let's go.
How about Newcastle? I was absolutely shocked. I wasn't paying attention on Saturday, but then, turn Fox Sports on, and there was about 25 minutes to go in the second half, and it was 30-0. I was shocked.
Yeah, we say it week in, week out, but that Ponga, he can play fullback, can't he? But
Who would have thought?
like, I keep doubting him. They're almost like the Warriors. Like, I thought Raiders, they've been a good team for most of the year. I just didn't give Newcastle a proper chance, and geez, they made me look stupid. They made Raiders look stupid, and they made Ricky Stewart look stupid, which is always good.
They haven't got a chance to make the 8, have they?
They've got a really good chance.
Really?
They've got a better chance than
Knights?
Parramatta.
Yeah, the Knights have a good chance, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think they've got a better chance than Para, Sharks,
Hey.
Well, yeah, they're coming 9th, never
and
mind.
maybe even Raiders.
They're coming 9th.
Sharks will be a team of valiant effort. Like, we're going to lose our captain and fullback, and we're still going to make the 8, I believe. The crowd goes silent.
And the crowd goes silent, silent,
Yeah,
silent.
I reckon Knights will make the semis. Looking at their draw for the rest of the year,
Yeah.
they got Dolphins this week, then Doggies,
Fins up, baby.
Rabbitohs,
They've-
some fucking Guppies,
They beat
and
all
then some Dragon
the hard
drop
teams
kicks.
they've had to verse so far, except for Sharks, obviously.
That win against Melbourne was huge, and then
Oh,
to
yeah.
follow it up with a win against Canberra.
The drubbing, yeah.
But realistically, if they lose those 2 games, they're out. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how easy their draw is, but yeah, picking up 2 hard wins just makes the rest of it so much better.
Sure, for sure. Well, Dan, I want to go to you for this one, mate, because I didn't see it because I don't watch Dragons game.
Not gonna lie,
But the bunker makes a horrible call. What
I
happened there?
didn't see this part of the game because we're at the Catholic club having dinner.
Up the Catho.
Yeah, look, so I also didn't watch it, but I heard about it and then looked it up after. By God, appalling. So, did any of you see the replay of it?
Certainly didn't.
Certainly didn't.
Certainly didn't.
Describe it to us.
So it's plain and simple. Like he's getting wrestled. There's a sort of hands around the ball, but the best part is the video ref's commentary of his decision. We see the ball, we see grounding, and then it goes up. No try.
Yeah, fucking someone at work was talking about it yesterday.
Ball over
Yeah.
line, grounding, no try. Like,
So
it's
what you're saying
baffling.
is, if we get that try, the Dragons win.
Look,
Robbed.
I hate to feed the what ifs and stuff, but after that, because it was a drop ball in goal or something like that, I can't remember.
It was a-
I don't know exactly.
Yeah,
But Manly did score that set,
yeah.
so it was a
Oh.
12-point swing.
Yeah, wow.
And then the score ended up 24-18. So
Did well be spewing. Yeah, maybe if you watch the game, though, you know.
Unlucky to damn.
I mean, I watched the first half,
Oh, okay. That's
and then we
alright.
went to the Catholic club. So
Up the Catho. Well, how about Cam McInnes making
81.
83?
Official
81?
81.
official 81.
That's still the top
Well, look,
ever.
very, very impressive from McInnes. Obviously, you know, the most tackles ever made in a game.
Of NRL.
Of NRL,
Yeah.
sorry.
And
Yes.
there's one guy in the Super League that's got like 86 or something.
Jesus Christ. Well, I suppose it shows you how much defensive work they did. But God, yeah, it's impressive. I mean, how many times do you say it? You know, McInnes will just absolutely run through a brick wall and make all the tackles needed.
Mate, if Sharks had 13 McInnes on the field, by
They might
God.
make the finals.
Be one ugly team.
By God, I don't know how they would score a try, but they would make a lot of tackles.
Brandon, what have you got
That
to say,
bloke
mate?
plays 100% effort. I don't know how he hasn't started lock for us the whole year. Like, I know Dal Finucane's a good player, but
He's your captain, though,
he
mate.
is
I
our
thought you
captain.
said if you.
I would put him in front row, and I'd have McInnes there, 80 minutes every game. If he's hitting 80 tackles, mate, he didn't get gassed. Obviously, he just kept going like a machine.
I mean, he used to play 80 minutes for a certain club,
Yeah,
week in, week out. At
But
dummy
then you
half.
guys let him go.
yeah.
Or did he want out? Or
He wanted out.
Yeah, well, he wanted a long contract, and they just weren't signing him. So he's like, yeah, fuck
so
it,
he
I'll
moved
take it.
25 minutes up the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, he's a gun. 80 minutes, 81 tackles. The bloke's a machine. His head was like busted open everywhere. He had tape all over himself. He
Yeah,
just kept
scar
going.
tissue's not his friend at all.
How crazy is it to average more tackles than minutes?
Yeah.
I seen the record, like the top 5. He's in it twice. The bloke's a fucking machine.
Hey, look, he's no Elijah Taylor, in my honest opinion, but
He's also in it. Yes.
look, he's a bit of a weapon.
ID.
Oh, dude.
So I assume you guys will put a bet on every now and then, trying to tip the whole round. But look, Sunday's 2 games. It shows you how hard it is to and how unpredictable. Even if you look at the points on the ladder, it is so hard to get anything.
Like the first game, there was some people tipping Bulldogs. I think Brandon may have got that one.
Thank you.
I think I might have as well.
Nah, you all 3 of you
Yeah,
against me.
but,
I remember. I was a genius.
But was
Yeah, that was
anyone
things,
in their right mind picking the Titans over the Cowboys?
Not chance in
Not
hell.
one chance.
From the Cowboys
Not a
form
chance in hell.
recently, yeah, no, fuck. Like,
No chance in hell. But yeah, I did think Bulldogs had Sexton back, kick our back, and I'm like, mate, this team looks good. And they had been playing all right recently. Just looking at the technical difficulties that Lucas is having at the moment, it's beautiful. But yeah, Bulldogs looking good, and I think they got the bye this week, so they're on a streak.
There you
Two
go.
in a row. Two in a row.
So you're saying there's a chance of the semis, are you?
I think so. Yeah, lock it in. Lock it in.
It's difficult to.
Well,
And it's not going to stop us from doing it, though, is it?
well, we can just say that our teams aren't making it, Lucas.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon next week we come in with our finals predictions and see how wrong
Our
we
top,
are, because
our
I think
top 8
there's like,
prediction.
what's there 2? Yeah, there's 2 points splitting like 6 teams or something right
Yeah.
now.
Ridiculousness. Yeah, but look, let's head over to the NRL tips for the week. So I'll say the games. I'll yell your names, and I want you to tell me who wins. So first game, guys, Thursday 7:50. We've got the Manly Sea Eagles versus the Roosters. James, who are you picking there, sir?
I'm gonna go with what I want to happen and go the Roosters, because Manly's sitting above Parramatta. I've got to be strategic with how I try to will things into happening.
Fair. Dan, what are you saying?
Oh, fuck. I'm very indecisive on this game. Like, fuck Manly, but also fuck Roosters as well.
So are you taking your draw?
No, I'll go Manly.
Manly, Brandon?
I will be siding with James with the Roosters. I just think, if Manly are close to losing to the Dragons, like, what are they going to do against the Roosters, mate?
Jeez, I think 225 about the Sea Eagles.
The
is
Dragons
decent.
have beat the Roosters this year. So, like,
I think 225 about the Sea Eagles is quite nice, and I'll be tipping them and putting them in a multi. So yeah, Sea Eagles for
On
me.
Dabble, obviously.
On Dabble, of course. Dabble responsibly. Guys, Warriors versus Titans, pretty straightforward for me. I think the rest is going to do the Warriors a world of good. I will be backing them to beat the Titans on Friday night. James?
Yeah, look, the Titans looked outstanding last week, though. That's the only hard part.
Yeah.
But I'll go the Warriors.
Brandon?
Yeah, up the Wars, mate. Up the Wars.
Dan, what are you thinking, mate?
up the wires.
Up the wires again. Now, the Friday night game, guys, this will be game of the round. I would strongly suggest the actually, the Saturday's not. But the Panthers will play the Melbourne Storm at Penrith Stadium. Brandon, who are you taking, sir?
Ooh, this is going to be close. But Penrith, after the clinic they put against the Sharks, the fact that they could hold us from scoring any points, although being we didn't have the best of players, but we couldn't put any points on them. The defense is rock solid. I don't see Storm doing anything.
I think Storm, pulled your pants down too. But Dan, what are you thinking, mate?
Yeah, I'm going the Riff.
The Riff? Is it simple?
Unfortunately, Penrith may have already fucking lost their last game whenever their last loss was. Like they're just that good.
It sucks to agree, doesn't
You
it?
can't remember the last time they lose.
West Tigers, they lost.
Up the Tigers.
What did that take? Torrential rain and
Oh, fuck off, mate. Brooks is a king. Guys, the Saturday 3 o'clock game, I don't know how the hell this has been. But the Broncos are playing on a Saturday at 3 o'clock. Wild. The Cowboys versus the Broncos. Do the Cowboys bounce back? I'm going to take the Broncos, just play the safe bet. Dan, what are you thinking, sir?
Yeah, I'm going the Broncos.
Broncos, Brandon?
Yeah, I think I'll follow both of you. Go the Broncos.
Jims?
I think the Broncos are the tip, but geez, the Cowboys are going to be desperate after that loss.
Yeah, well, they're sitting in 8th now, and as you said, only separate 6 teams. So, and a couple of those teams coming up here, the Dolphins and the Knights. It's hard to go past them.
Fuck, they're just electric right now. With
Can they keep putting the wins on the board, though?
Well, can't see why they can't. Like that, we listed off their draw earlier, and there's only like one game or so that you'd go, oh, it's a bit iffy, but I think maybe 2 if you include the Sharks in that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll take the Knights as well. Brandon, what do you think, mate?
I'm thinking this game's at Perth, and I don't know. I have a feeling.
I'm sorry, it's where?
At
Yeah,
Perth.
there's a doubleheader in Perth this weekend.
This is Perth, mate.
What the fuck?
So the Sharks game, the one after. But I will be picking Dolphins to win. I think they've a little bit of a switch up. Milford's in halves with Sullivan and Koa off the bench.
Okay. Dan, mate, what do you got?
I'm going Ponga and fucking
Bottom of the
Knights.
Knights. All right. Now, this is a nice game here, guys. 6th versus 7th. So, Sharks finally beat a decent team. We will find out 7:30 on Saturday. But the Rabbitoh Sharks, James.
I'm just sort of baffled. Like Rabbitohs are all of a sudden 6. I think like last week they were out of the 8.
Ninth, oh, ninth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that again. That just shows how close it is.
Yeah.
But I think the Rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be one of those games though where it's like 18-22. Either side could get it.
Yep. And
Yeah, I'll go the Rabbits because fuck the Shark.
okay, Brandon.
Vanilla 13 plus.
Fair enough. I will be going the Rabbitohs because I think Latrell will be the difference maker. Now, 11th versus 16th, we have the Eels and the Dragons. Brandon, I'll head to you first, mate.
This is an absolute shit show of a game. No one really wants to watch these two shit clubs battling for the spoon, I would say almost. I'll be picking Parramatta though.
Dan?
Gotta go with the boys. Gotta go.
Yeah, I think maybe. Oh no, I might just lean towards Parramatta. Just
Can I just say, there might be some sexual touching in this game as well.
Oh yeah, DB's back, Dylan Brown.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Goodness me.
No Wonga Blake either, so that's
But more importantly, the scariest man in rugby league, Rumu Greg, is on the bench for Parramatta.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck, yeah, he does look like Frankenstein.
Direct the ogre.
I'll be picking Eels simply for the fact Rumu Greg comes on and scares other players. Now, this Sunday, 4 o'clock, guys, is the West Tigers versus Raiders. I will be picking the Tigers to lose this game.
So in other words, you're saying Raiders.
Yes. Dan, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm going the Raiders as well.
Brandon?
yeah, Raiders, mate.
James?
Fuck, would be funny if the Tigers win, so I'm going Tigers.
Yeah.
Imagine next week I come back and go, the only one that picked it, baby.
And
then-
remember the last time these two teams versed, they only won by a point.
Oh, get fucked. Don't remind me of that bullshit.
I remember it like I was there.
Yeah.
I remember
it
like-
like I was on the...
I was about to say
Yeah.
the same thing.
that I was partaking in
Halftime
celebrations. Yeah. But,
Bulldogs with the bye.
yeah, Bulldogs with a bye. And that's we'll have to head to the couch commentators bets. Now, Dan, I'm going to head straight to you,
He's
mate.
been studying for the last.
You've been on your phone the entire fucking time.
I'd love to
Nothing-
know.
Nothing but disrespect. What do you got for us? Yeah,
I will disrespect you in a minute.
go on, dumb decision. What do you got for us? Mate?
All right, so my Saturday anytime try scorer didn't get a chance to get off the ground last week because some fucking wanker decided to get injured before his game. Not
That's
mentioning
okay.
any names, Ronaldo Mulatalo.
Ooh.
So this week I'm going with a Saturday anytime try scorer multi again. So the first game we got Cowboys versus Brisbane. We're going Ezra Mam and Semi Valame for a try. Then you got Dolphins Knights going Sarko and Ponga to score a try.
Nice.
And Rabbits versus Cronulla going. I'm trusting Mulatalo again to not be fucking out of the game.
Back my boy, Ronnie.
But yeah, I'm going AJ and Mulatalo to score a try.
Can I just say, I don't think anytime anyone has picked Mulatalo to score,
I pick him like almost.
I know, and it
He
never
definitely-
worked.
No, he definitely has scored a couple.
So those odds are. Or do you want to guess, or do you want me to say?
Oh, it just depressed me, dude.
Depresses.
46-57.
How do we? That might no. I don't think it catches me after last week's win, but it gets close.
What about you, James? Do you have Jim's jam ready?
Yeah,
yet,
I've
mate?
got a jam. We're cracking open a fresh jar, but it's a mixed berry jam
Okay.
Ooh.
because we're going back. It's nice, it's tasty. It's a Titans game, but it's Titans Warriors. We're going for feeder.
Yep.
We're going DWZ, and we're going the mixed berries Rocco Berry,
Rocco
Ooh.
Berry. Okay.
Yeah. and that'll get you around $12 depending where you're at.
Okay. Fair enough. Dabble, of course.
Yeah, dabble.
Everyone, dabble. You can also copy all our bets on the Dabble app, guys. If you look up the couch commentators in the star, where these will be. Goodness me. Anyway, the couch commentators anytime try scorer. Have you got your try scorers for the week?
Yeah, I'll go DWZ. He's one of them here. I'll double up on him.
Done. Brandon, what have you got, mate?
Ooh, well, look, we talked about him already. My man, my boy, Ronnie Mulatalo is going to score this week, so that's easy money. Look at in.
Dan.
Oh fuck. I'll go fucking Jermaine Osako.
Okay, and I'll be taking Ruben Garrick. So we'll find out pretty early on, guys, on Thursday if
I feel
Yeah.
like that's the other thing that always happens. We always pick a Thursday night game and it always fucking crashes. But not this week.
Not this week. Not this week.
Not
We'll
this
find
week.
out shortly. Now, Lucas's top tip and Leachy's lock will be coming at you later this week. Just waiting for the to come races on Saturday. Stay tuned for that, guys. Lucas from the Couch Commentators podcast here, coming at you with my best bet for the weekend. It's only short, paying about $2.10 at the moment, but Wave Rider Boy, Rose Hill Race 5 number 2, should be getting the win here. Was very unlucky last start. If it had a bit of breathing room, I reckon it could have got there and won. So, yep, this week we're going Rose Hill Race 5 number 2, Wave Rider Boy. Gamble responsibly.
All right, punters, we're back with another Leachy's lock. This week I'm picking race 5 Flemington. I'm picking number 7, Mostly Cloudy. Now it's up against a horse it lost to only 2 weeks ago, Mimi's Award. That was at 2,800. They both had a really good battle, neck and neck till the end. But this race, I think at 2,500, it's a shorter distance. It's got the faster time, and I think it'll cruise in. So gamble responsibly, and that's another win back to back. Leachy's lock.
Wow, what a great bet. Wow, jeez.
Goodness me, another win for us. But guys, on that,
Back
do you guys
to
have
back.
anything else to add? Or
No.
I mean, hats are still on sale. Still got some hats if you want to buy them, mate.
right here,
They're
guys,
fucking beautiful.
couchcommentators.shop.
Pete actually said he wanted one, so we'll
There you
get one
go.
for you, Pete, mate. We'll get you
We'll have to pay up, Pete. Yep, that's
I like
right.
it. I like the alliteration. Pay up, Pete.
Pay up, Pete. Well, guys, on that, I think that'll be it for this.
Yep.
So, guys, make sure you're following us on all our social media pages. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as well, and we will see you next week.
Fuck the Poms.